You might be seeing these statistics flying around that like AI search converts like way better than SEO. And I'm a little skeptical of these claims, especially when there's no citation and no proof of it, just kind of like numbers being thrown around. And I think I've heard before that like I don't know, it's like and that ironically, it's like some percentage of statistics are just made up. Right. And I think that's a case a lot in marketing. I think a lot of statistics are just made up and then it just gets spread all over the place. But it's really, really hard to determine the conversion rate of AI search because number one, even in Google Analytics 4, you can only extract a very small amount of that referral traffic. And this is under the assumption that a UTM parameter was actually added to that link. And that someone was clicking on a citation inside of the AI search platform. And the way people interact on these AI platforms is that the citations are basically buried and hidden. So it's really hard to even click on a citation to get to a website. So in that regard, the level of friction to actually get a click on one of these platforms is very high. So if someone does click and they do get through to your website, it should technically have high conversion because of how much friction they had to go through to get there. But what's much more likely from a conversion perspective, which is nearly impossible to measure now at this point, is someone goes through an AI chat dialogue and they go through the full, I call it like a compressed sales journey inside of one chat. And by the end of it, they're looking for a brand to work with. Now they're ready to work with a plumber. They're ready to buy a product, whatever it may be. ChatGPT doesn't really like send people to websites. So what it will do is say, okay, these are the top brands you should work with. And what's more likely to happen is that someone's just going to go to Google and do a branded search. Okay. That's probably much more likely. And once that occurs, once there's this cross-platform situation, attribution just goes out the window. Okay.